Veuillez ne pas circuler, je vous prie.
Au moment où Wilander et Yannick Noah pénètrent sur le court central, un central archi-comble, inutile de vous le préciser, pour cette finale des internationaux de France 1983.
Mats Wilander, world ranking number 1.
Mats Wilander, tenant du titre.
August 22nd, 1964.
Et qui a accompli cette année encore
in Växjö, in the south of Sweden.
Un excellent parcours pour parvenir en finale en éliminant au premier tour.
I played tennis because my dad, my father, was working at a factory in the small town that I lived in with about 400 people. And he was in charge of the sports teams that would play representing the factory when they went to the big factory championships for the same company, and there were, I think, 4 or 5 huge factories. He was in charge of that. Of course, he was working industrial work in the factory, but he was in charge, and he had a football team. He was able to have an ice hockey team, and the women, and my mother worked there as well. She was part of the handball team. And one year he couldn't get enough players. And of course, this was the biggest thing for my dad and my mom, to leave my small town. I never went out of Sweden with my mother and father. The first time I went out to Sweden, I went with my school. So we were very normal. We would go camping. But for them to go 5-hour, 6-hour drive north was huge. This is our best trip. And then he realized that they have tennis. And for tennis, you just need 2 guys. And so him and the other guy was our neighbor. They decided to turn the parking lot into a tennis court. So they put new asphalt. So it's black asphalt. And they made a tennis court. And the day that they made it, they had our neighbor was standing there, and he was pointing to all the cars. You have to go park on the grass. You have to park on the grass. And this is the story my dad told me, because they built it 5 years before I was born.
Mats Wilander, qui était classé tête de série numéro 5 en fonction de son classement ATP.
It was a court with no fence behind. It was like a very soft chicken net. So it had big holes in it. And on the one side, it was okay because it went up towards the street. So if the ball went through the net, it would hit this side of the hill and the ball would come rolling down. But on the other side, it was the biggest railway line, train line in Sweden that goes from Malmö all the way to Stockholm and then all the way up north. And it went through our little village for some reason. We were on the main train line. And the train line was about 50 meters behind the court. So anytime a ball went through this net, the ball would roll all the way, and it would roll underneath these big iron gates, and the ball is lost forever. So you learn how to A, keep the ball in play, and B, play everything. Because if the ball goes past you and it goes through the hole, you're going to lose that ball. And I grew up with playing with sort of 2-3 tennis balls.
Mats Wilander, 5e joueur mondial aujourd'hui.
And then And then he did one genius thing, which I don't know why. He built a wall, a wooden wall that was angled, not straight, but angled like this. So that's where I started playing tennis. My two older brothers started playing tennis, and then when I was little, I started playing against the wall because nobody wanted to play with me.
Il fait très chaud sur le central de Roland Garros.
I had this game where I would go cross-court forehand to the backhand, and then backhand cross-court, so the ball is going like this. And then, right, so forehand here, hit the wall, the ball come out here, hit backhand, hit the wall. And if I missed with the one side, so if I hit the forehand, not cross-court enough so I couldn't hit a backhand, then the backhand would win the point. So then I had these matches between my forehand and my backhand.
Plus de 30 degrés.
But I remember my parents telling me that you have to stop hitting a ping pong ball against the wall. Because I would stand there and go and try to get to 200, 300 and do it as fast as possible. And that's what I remember the most. It's that match you have to stop because it's so annoying.
Et pour le vainqueur, ce trophée qui sera remis vraisemblablement par Monsieur Philippe Chatrier.
I've grown up winning as a junior everything. Like everything. All the Swedish national championships that I played in my age group, I always won. I won the Junior European Championship when I was 14, 15, 16, 17. And then I didn't play when I was 18. I won the Orange Bowl. We won the Jean Barotra Cup in Le Touquet. I mean, I won literally every junior tournament that I played against my age. Of course, I lost to the guys who were 1 year older or 2 years older. But so when you lose to an older player, I was always able to give myself some room to be okay. Well, he's 1 year older. He's 2 years older. He's 3 years older. But I had this thing, I'm not losing to, well, I can't lose to a guy younger than me. So I think that when I started winning on the men's tour, I think it turned into just winning. One day, I remember one of the guys that I play with who had the tennis shop. I was practicing up in a court that was sort of upstairs, and it was a gymnasium floor, like a wooden floor. And he was string rackets, not for me, but he was just string rackets all day. And he came up one day and he said, "Here, Mats, give this a shot. I just got this from Rossignol." So I'm like, "What? It's big. It's bigger." Prince had just come out. And then I got this racket and I hit like 2 shots. I hit like 2 shots with this. I'm like, what? There's something wrong with this racket. Because the ball went like that. So you could put way more, no, the ball had more topspin than I've ever hit before in my life without doing anything. And this was obviously really cool that it's like that. Later I got the explanation why. Also what I liked is the color, because there was no other rackets like this. This shape over here is very cool. And then this hole here, I love that it's so big. It just was like an extension of my arm. Within 1 minute, it was an extension of my arm. Amazing. And then of course, this is the famous, because when you do this to a Rossignol F200, it is so flexible. And there was nobody else that could really play with it.
It was the experience of the ski.
Exactly. Without the skiing brands, tennis would not be anywhere, because even Prince, his head, Fischer, Rossignol, it's all because of the ski. Victor Pecci. Exactly. I mean, how good is that? That's so nice. But this is what happened too, is that, and you might not know this, but this racket, Rossignol, is the first oversized racket to win a singles Grand Slam, which was me in 1982.
$40-15. S'il vous plaît.
How do you define the way you play?
I would define as extremely strategic, where I am worrying about you way more than me, and I am going to find your weakness somehow, and it's going to take 10 shots, 20 shots, 40, 50 shots. It doesn't matter.
Je crois que cette balle de Rossel-Whistler est dans le couloir. Monsieur Dorfman ne reviendra pas sur sa décision. Victoire en 3 heures et 39 minutes de jeu de Mats Wilander, qualifié pour la finale du tournoi de Roland Garros. Sur le score de 7-5, 6-2, 1-6 et 7-5. Protestation dans le public. Je doute fort que monsieur Jacques Dorfman revienne sur sa décision. D'ailleurs, il est descendu de sa chaise d'arbitre. Mats Wilander vient le voir. Eh bien si, oh, quelle sportivité extraordinaire chez Mats Wilander. C'est lui qui fait revenir Jacques Dorfman sur sa décision.
On rejoue, c'est exceptionnel, on n'a jamais vu ça. Une balle qui, à notre sens, Hervé Dutu était dehors d'ailleurs. Peut-être nous nous trompons car nous sommes assez loin. Et Mats Wilander demande à ce qu'on remette la balle. C'est lui-même qui a demandé à l'arbitre de le faire. Ça, c'est quelque chose de fabuleux. Là, on est dans le domaine du sport, du gentilhomme, de tout ce que l'on peut espérer dans ce domaine-là. Et c'est merveilleux de voir ce jeune homme de 18 ans rendre une balle de match alors qu'il avait partie gagnée annoncée par l'arbitre de la rencontre.
Très longue, Mats Wilander en 4h42 minutes succède à Björn Borg. Le score de la partie 1-6, 7-6, 6-0, 6-4. Toujours un moment extraordinaire que d'assister à la naissance d'un très grand champion, Jean-Paul Lotte. Et il est déjà à 17 ans et demi.
Il reste 2 minutes de balle.
Yannick, for me, in those days, was just a big guy that was unapproachable for a normal little Swedish guy. Yeah, Yannick was a guy that was very, even if I never talked to him up before that match, he looked very large in life. He was obviously a big guy, but everything he did on the tennis court and outside, it made you whoa. Like, he was intimidating because I didn't know him. But the appearance, the look of Yannick was intimidating to someone like me for sure. And then when we get on the court, it was a little bit easier because now suddenly you realize that, oh, okay, maybe I can play to the forehand a little more than normal and whatever. But he was, he was very intimidating to someone like me, and someone that the young Swedish guys would be like this. Oh my God, that's Yannick Noah. Even if I was ranked higher than him, oh my God, there's Yannick.
Le tirage au sort a été gagné par Yannick Noah.
Yep.
The one. Do you like this racket?
Yes, love it. I actually played with this racket in the Legends Trophy in Roland Garros about 10 years ago, because I always wanted to, and I got one from somebody, I don't know who, but this was, yes, you love the look of it. I also like the Prince Woody, that was about the same thing, which I don't know. Do you have that too? See, that's unbelievable because this was the racket of Peter McNamara. And Peter McNamara was my first idol that I had played against because of the way he played. But this is the same racket pretty much. So, yes, no, this is unbelievable. Love this racket.
Qui a choisi de recevoir le service.
This is the shirt of the final. Yes, exactly, okay? And this was more white at some point, I would think. Because I think it was white. But, yeah, exactly. And I think the shorts were this color. And then, of course, you had the sweatband that was the Rastafarian sweatband, right? Yeah, exactly. There you go. So, I mean...
Can you wear it?
For an 18-year-old kid from Sweden to play against Bob Marley is not easy. It's impossible, nearly.
Finale du simple messieurs des championnats internationaux de France 1983.
I mean, how's that? How can you play the finals of the French Open with those colors? You have to have some seriously either good confidence or you just don't care, or you're trying to get all of Victor Pecci's girls, I guess.
Max Wilander. Contre Yannick Noah.
What Mats Wilander has to do to win against Yannick Noah this day? What is your tactics?
That was easy. That was very easy. What I had to do was, I had to go out there, and I don't have any questions for Yannick. 0 questions. I go on the court and I only have answers. And the answers I have grown from playing him in the last 2 matches against him. And then you add to that it's 5 sets. And the answer to him coming to the net is that I am going to pass you. If you come to my backhand, I'm going to pass you either down the line, cross court, I'm going to hit a lob over your head. I am most probably going to be able to hit my forehand with enough spin that Yannick could not take the backhand and slice it and hit a good approach shot. So I'm not worried about him coming to the net off of my forehand. And I'm not really that worried about him hitting the ball hard enough, because of what I found out in Lisbon and Hamburg was something that I never knew. I thought that he would hit the ball harder on the backhand side than he did. So I came on the court with not really any fear of Yannick's game at all. 0. But everything changed very quickly.
Au service, Wilander.
Donc il est prêt à jouer 5 heures de suite, notre ami Wilander.
Yeah, I mean, after that point, there's no chance that I'm going to lose this match. Even less chance right now.
30-0.
That's unlucky. That was a good passing shot down the line, which I get 40 love, and then I win the first game.
first time Wilander come to the net.
I mean, this is a great start. Like, that's 3 really good points.
Wilander.
That's a great start. It worries me that I don't have a sweatband in the first game. And then I put one on for the second game.
So I've seen 2 points, 2 passes up the line.
Yeah, I remember that point. That was scary, to be honest, because he guessed right, and I thought that there was very few people would play like that forehand volley.
Oui, on joue beaucoup au centre.
It's a little tense, as you'd expect in the first stages of a final.
Noah seems very calm. He just waits and.
There it comes again. Yeah, and that's what I remember the most, is short, sliced backhands in the middle of the court that I had to move forwards and be closer to Yannick, and now he looks like he's 3 meters tall. And that one too. That was the other thing that he was doing that I didn't really understand, was high forehands and come to the net afterwards. So that was an unbelievably important game for Yannick.
It seems like he has a good start of the match, the same way as when he played Ivan. That is fantastic passing shot. Matt's gonna pass him, of course. He knows that.
If I was watching this match on this, in the stands, and I was coaching me, I say after the first 2 games, there's no chance that Yannick is going to win this match. But there's another slice backhand.
Ah, il devine qu'il passe que le long de la ligne, Wilander.
All his passing show was down the line.
Et à mon avis, Yannick devait le connaître et le sentir, parce qu'on le voit partir du bon côté chaque fois, là, sur les points qu'on voit.
Somebody told him to cover that line.
The problem that I had was that I was starting to hit my forehand really short. And I'm not sure if Yannick caused it, but when I was hitting my forehand really short, he was able to take the backhand and slice it. And this is one thing that I never thought was going to happen. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he's moving so well at the net in this match, and I think it's because I don't have enough power to do anything, to hit through him, and I don't have enough power in this match to do anything on off of his forehand, because his forehand is doing nothing sometimes, and I can't do anything, and he's just waiting for me to hit a short ball to his backhand again. He's reading my passing shots way, way better than I thought that he would.
Noah.
I'm shocked that Wilander is not lobbing. Shocked. The crowd really showing their support. They've been sitting down for quite some time. The crowd's still applauding.
This match wasn't necessarily difficult to play in terms of the crowd, but I think more than anything, it helped Yannick to string together a period of time of winning point after point after point after point after point.
Première manche, Noah, en 36 minutes sur le score de 6-2. Un Noah qui joue remarquablement.
This first set went so fast, and I had so few questions in my mind about what am I going to do next. I have no idea. At this moment, after 6-2, I have no idea what to do next to change what is going on. I'm still hoping to do the same thing, hitting lobs, hitting passing shots. And of course, it went so fast that I didn't really play.
Lorsque nous apercevons Jean-Paul Lotte, directeur technique national, et à ses côtés, coiffé d'une casquette, Patrice Agelower, qui s'est occupé tout spécialement de Noah.
Mats feels like he has to attack a little bit. He has to go for his shots a little bit more. But he doesn't really hurt Yannick when they're playing from the back of the court.
Ah, bien fait. Un petit coup pour croiser, là. Génial, ouais. Il n'y a plus de coups comme ça aujourd'hui.
The start of the second set is great for me. I'm starting to play much better. I'm starting to hit passing shots. But Yannick is serving great. Aces. I didn't know to come forwards, because if I come forwards, he's going to be easier to hit aces. If I go back, he's going to not go for the ace. He's going to go for a kick, and he's going to come to the net. So I could never figure out. And I can't take his second serve early, because if I take it early, then I might hit it short, and then he's going to come on that slice backhand or a high forehand. So I was never very comfortable in returning his serve in this match. That's what stands out to me the most, is I have no idea when he was serving and volleying or going ace, or he was kicking it or slicing it. I have no idea. This is when he starts believing that he might have a chance to win this match, to be honest.
It's up to me. If I can keep up my level, the way I play, I have a good chance to win.
When I watch it now, I think I even look at it and say, okay, this is when he knows that, okay, I have a chance to win this match, and it needs to happen like now. These points are unbelievable right now. I have always said in this match that the longer the match went on, the less I cared about winning. And that doesn't mean that you're not trying really hard, but it just became like, okay, I don't really know what to do. I don't see a way of turning this around. Tactically. (6-2, 5-3). So I have no chance right now in this match. But of course, I'm going to keep trying. So 6-2, 5-4. And that is just a horrible return. And that was another kick serve coming forward. But, wow, I hit a topspin lob over his head. That's unusual.
Oh, lob.
Ouais, il ne sait plus quoi, il essaie de faire des lobs. Ouais, des fois, on a la sensation quand il y a un joueur qui monte tout le temps et on ne sait plus comment le passer, on ne sait plus où jouer, etc.
I broke him to go 5-all, of course. I remember that. Not really panicking so far, but I think the mistake that I did was that I did not keep pushing forwards. And I am always said that when you play tennis, even if you're winning, you have to keep changing and become more and more and more and more aggressive because your opponent is going to change something.
Things that Ivan didn't make, even taking the third set.
He didn't make the changes. Yeah.
He didn't push.
Exactly. And I'm not sure that I knew how to do this against a player like Yannick because there was so much variation. I mean, I'm trying to come to the net here. And of course, Yannick is everywhere. And I try something really stupid.
Et non, cette fois-ci, il n'a pas réussi Wilander et il perd pour la 4e fois son service.
It wasn't enjoyable to be losing, but it was kind of an enjoyable experience in a way because the crowd was always clapping. He was being very engaged. It wasn't frustrating for me to play against him because I liked what he was doing, as in I liked when he comes with a slice backhand and he comes to the net. I like that style because it gives me a chance to hit a passing shot. I just didn't do very well with it. I always said that I had the best seat for this final of any person because I was right there with him. It was like I was watching Yannick play. Oh, that's an unbelievable point.
2-7-0 pour Yannick Noah. 6-2, 7-5.
It all plays together. The hair and the way that he moves and the way that he played is all a combination of somebody that is not really playing tennis anymore. It's doing something different.
Troisième manche au service Wilander, balle 9.
I think that I started playing a little deeper in the third set for sure. And I think Yannick was starting to get a little bit maybe tired or maybe tight. And it wasn't as obvious for him when he was going to come to the net. But I wasn't really good enough in those days to do anything about it.
And the other thing is Wilander. I can't imagine. Wilander should be coming forward much. Wilander is never at the net, never. It's often said about some of the European players, the only time they come to the net was to shake hands, but Mats came a little bit more regularly than that, but not much.
I think I allowed him to stay in the match in the third set a little bit too much, maybe, but I learned from Yannick that, you don't have to hit the ball hard to come to the net. You can hit the ball slow and get really good precision, and then the other player has no power. And that's what he made me feel like. He came to the net on shots that didn't give me any power to do anything with. Where other players would come to the net on a hard slice backhand, he would come to the net with a lot of spin or a slow forehand, and it made me feel like, okay, I have to do everything, even though he's standing right in front of me at the net.
Yeah, it's a fantastic point. But now it's longer points. Yannick starts to feel, looks a little bit more tired.
There's no reactions anymore, which is kind of strange, but at the same time, it's also maybe a smart move from him to not get too excited.
Quatrième match pour le Français au bon moment, car depuis 2 jeux, Yannick Noah est moins présent sur le court.
Yeah, he's complaining about something. I think maybe he started to feel that he was, I don't know, maybe he started to be cramping or something like that. But I didn't know that, though. I only know this after the match. In fact, I never really looked at him during the whole match to see how he was behaving.
I think to get the muscle...
Relax?
Yeah, to evite cramp, you know?
Yeah.
Les premières balles de Noah sont passées, il est venu systématiquement, il a enchaîné service volé, il a raison.
And then, yes. Well, it was in my eyes. Because it used to be in my eyes, so I have to get it out of my face.
But he's close to the finish line. He knows that I have to dig deep. I'm close, come on.
There's a first reaction of I am going to win this right now. The first point at 5-5.
Well, you feel like he has to win. You feel like Yannick has to win this set to win the match.
So he was 6-5 and didn't win the next game.
You've got to turn your mind to this is the biggest game of his life.
Un peu de silence de Dupré.
He's only got to win one game to win his national championship.
And new balls, too.
Yeah.
New racing balls.
Ooh. That's a good return. good passing shot, okay? Wow, 2 winners. Whoa!
Wow. Now you start to, why? I'm playing 3 good points. It's not fair.
He's laughing. He's kind of smiling. Sometimes that can happen. Most probably it's a sign that I'm not thinking about winning this match right now. It's like Novak Djokovic.
And that was a very, very tense backhand from Yannick.
Wow. Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Gee, I don't remember. Second time he have problem to close.
Je vous rappelle que le premier des deux joueurs qui aura marqué 7 points et s'il a 2 points d'écart remportera le set.
Was that on the line? Wow, that hurts. That hurts.
Oof. Ooh, he's in pain there. The forehand volley, I thought I missed it, to be honest. Because I only hit like 1 every year. No, really.
Chaque point, un truc comme ça. Ce point ou chaque point. Non?
4 points.
4 points, d'accord. 4 points.
Putain, 4 points.
Okay.
4 points.
4 more points.
4 more.
That's what he said there, okay?
Ça va. Deux points.
2 points, oui.
2 points.
2 points.
2 points.
5 points de 2, Noah. Un peu de silence, je vous prie.
Et 4 balles de match pour Yannick Noah.
Mum looks happy.
His mother, she was very involved.
No, good love. 6-3.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that point. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I was going to do all day.
3 balles de match encore pour le Français.
Un peu de silence, je vous prie.
France 1983.
Something happened behind me, which was noisy.
Oh, he fall.
And then Yannick and I had a quick handshake, and then, of course, it all happened afterwards.
Son père, Zachary Noah, s'est précipité sur le central pour embrasser son fils. Moment d'intense émotion. Moment fantastique, le rêve de Noah réalisé.
That is too funny. Where's the security?
Là, les gens, on pourrait plus faire ça aujourd'hui. Hein.
I wonder when the last time a court got filled up like that after somebody won a match. I wonder if that's ever happened again.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Un parcours prodigieux du Français. Il s'en va voir Patrice Agelower, Jean-Paul Lotte.
Patrice.
Immédiatement, Patrice Agelower sur le court central.
I think Mats is happy for him also. Not maybe direct, but for Mats it's okay. That's how he knows how much that means for Yannick and for French tennis, and not at that moment, but shortly afterwards. You also, when you play big matches like that, or even if you play long 5-set matches against an opponent, and there's a certain bond then, because no one that final, no one can take that away from these two players. There's something that belongs to them. And they're always going to have that in common, all the time when they see each other. And that is something very, very nice.
Jeez. All the faces. Philippe, of course. Monsieur Borotra, of course. Lacoste is there, yeah.
Marcel Bernard was the last French who won in the 40s.
Oh, okay, that's him.
He's so happy.
Cool. Very cool.
Moment fantastique, le rêve de Noah réalisé.
That is too funny. Where's the security?
Là, les gens, on pourrait plus faire ça aujourd'hui. Hein.
I wonder when the last time a court got filled up like that after somebody won a match. I wonder if that's ever happened again.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Un parcours prodigieux du Français. Il s'en va voir Patrice Agelower, Jean-Paul Lotte.
Patrice.
Immédiatement, Patrice Agelower sur le court central.
I think Mats is happy for him also. Not maybe direct, but for Mats it's okay.
that's how he knows how much that means for Yannick and for French tennis, and not at that moment, but shortly afterwards.
Hey guys, here I am 40 years later. Almost by the day. And you cannot imagine the emotion that I felt hearing you guys being generous about talking about someone else. You all had your careers, your adventures, and you took the time and you gave your heart and soul to talk about your brother Yannick. You know, I appreciate, you know, this is very important to me, it means the world to me. We played, you all beat me one day. We all had so many adventures together. But to just step aside and give this to me and make my moment special. This moment is special because of you guys. Anders, tack så mycket. You know, we're brothers. Victor, brother, so many adventures on and off the court. Pat, long time no see. So good to see you, man. I haven't seen you since almost, you know. J.A. I copied your fucking serve. Remember memories with Cashies. Party back in days. Look up to you guys. And to you. Ivan, thank you, man. I know so many people ask you so many things, and for you, I know it means the world to me that you do the time. Just go back to one time that I beat you when you kicked my ass so many times. Roger, mon brother, j'ai encore vu des photos, pas seulement de cette aventure qu'on a eue en commun en demi à Roland, tous les deux. Et que putain, t'étais à la fête 3 jours après à la maison. Brother, quoi, tu sais. Et Mats. And then Mats. Mats, you're so fucking, you're a champion, bro. Look up to you. I'm proud that you're in the picture, the most important picture in my career. You're in it. I'm sorry about it, but you're in it. You won so many times, but who cares, really? My friend. And when the lights comes off, what's left, you know? 4 years later, friends, smiles, gratitude, our journey that we shared together. So thank you guys. So love. Bye. I'm trying to smile, I'm getting all fucking emotional about it, but I'm overwhelmed. I could not believe that all of you guys would just take the time just for me after all these years. So you have to understand I really appreciate it. Really. In my heart. It's all about feelings and vibes. Take care, bro. That's it. Come to Cameroon. Come visit your brother in Cameroon, brother. There are trees and nature here, man. Love.